Bentley had his one-match ban overturned on appeal on Friday, or late on Friday afternoon. Schuster at 3, Martin Moana at 4, moving out from the number 6. Freddie Twilangi moves onto the wing. Chris Chester in at half-back. Wayne Parker is his half-back partner. Carl Harrison, Paul Rowley and Paul Anderson in the front row. Asaramoni and Carl Gillespie in the second row. Michael Jackson, of course, suspended along with Mark Kamanga for 3 games. Simon Baldwin at loose forward, and a return on the bench for Mark Preston. It'll be his first game since he was a sub in the match at London Broncos back in November. Paul Hyton, the other sub. Mascots this afternoon are 8-year-old Kirsty and 10-year-old Rebecca Stansfield. They attend Wainstalls Junior Infant School. The favourite players Carl Harrison and John Bentley, and they've been sponsored by Mick and Sue Stansfield. And a local derby with the added intensity of a cup tie. Stuart, I'll let you run through the Leeds team.
Yes, a local derby with the intensity of a cup tie. Well, Leeds, they line up with the same set of players as they had at Warrington. Apart from, of course, no Craig Innes, but big Kevin Iro is back. So Francis Cummins is at full-back. Jim Fallon, Kevin Iro, Carl Hall, Phil Hassan, Tony Kemp and Graham Allred are the halves. Neil Harmon, who's the captain today, Mick Shaw, Harvey Howard, George Mann, Adrian Morley, Mike Forshaw, Anthony Gibbons and Matt Schultzton. Immediately knock on there by Halifax, taking advantage of the ball hanging there from the kick-off. Be head and ball the Leeds. And the scrum will form on the 20-metre line, so already seen there from the kick-off, the ball just taking a wicked deflection there and bouncing back and away from Harvey Howard. And Holroyd, local lads, sliving up the road here from Thrumall. He's immediately bringing Jim Fallon on the burst. And I'm sure both these sides will be looking for early points. Simon Baldwin quickly away there from Marker. Snuffing out any threat there from Carl Hall. Neil Harmon, a big game wanted from Neil Harmon today. The Leeds Pops need to work and need to work hard. And that's good driving there from Harmon. Cummins just makes sure that everyone's wrapped up. Tony Kemp steps, goes himself. Looks to get through the gap, but he can't. Adrian Morley takes a short ball, one off the ruck. Really coming onto his own, Adrian Morley, one of the best forward prospects in the game. Mick Shaw from acting now finds Allroyd, and Allroyd will put the kick in down towards that corner. And he doesn't, it goes in on touch. So bright opening, good defence from Halifax there, Devil.
Yeah, Leeds signalling intentions, running hard in the first 6 tackles. And despite the conditions being ideal for the backs, I think the big battle today is going to be between the 2 front rows. Harrison, Rowley and Anderson against Harmon, Shaw and Howard. Plenty of muscle up front. Halifax win the first scrum, but Leeds quick breaking off the scrum. Mick Forshaw with Tony Kemp making the tackle. Schuster tracked again. There's 3 Leeds defenders there. They're looking for the 3rd consecutive appearance at Wembley. Asaramone. Tackle by Howard and Iro, past the late fitness test. Paul Anderson rushing away the first man. Dean up into the line from full-back, trying to wriggle out of the tackle. Morley managing to keep hold of him. Halifax still in their own half and looking to move it out wide. Moana brings Twilangi on the inside. Last week's man of the match, the 5th tackle, and Halifax almost up to halfway. It's back to Parker for the kick. He finds the space behind Fallon to put the ball into touch. So 2 sets of 6. Both teams managing to keep hold of it and using it from one end of the field to the other, Stuart.
Yes, a couple of good kicks, putting both sides back with a scrum in their own quarter. Holroyd looks to work the feet for Leeds. Brings Fallon in again. Fallon makes good progress there over the 20-metre line before he's brought down. Gets up, plays the ball. Mike Forshaw. And both these sides packs just testing each other out now. Kevin Iro has his first run of the football. Stepping, looking to rampage off there and getting some rough treatment there from supporting the Leeds. Everyone offside. And Holroyd will look to find touch, and indeed finds a good touch just outside Halifax quarter. So Leeds now with a chance to test the Halifax defence in these early stages. Harvey Howard looking to turn in the tackle, but that's good defence from Paul Anderson and that number 12, Cal Gillespie. George Mann come running onto the football, runs at Rowley, runs almost through Rowley, but the hooker managed to keep him down. Leeds will go the same way. In fact, McShaw darts from coming half, steps there, almost up to the line. He's a couple of metres short now. What can Leeds do? George Mann, who has played hooker, is in acting half-back, gets that ball away to Holroyd. Holroyd running at the defence, taking men on, just slipped there as he went through. Holroyd looked to score it all the way, but his legs went from under him. Iro will take men on and run the line, and we're up to the last tackle, so Leeds not made the best use of these, although Holroyd did look a certain scorer. But again, passing the ball out to Kemp. Kemp puts a little grubber kick through. And some missed tackling there from Leeds. It's given Halifax a chance coming up there. Holroyd's missed him now. Oh, that's good play. Carwell gets back and tackles a number 5, Twilangi.
Great run by Twilangi out of defence. Halifax up quickly, looking for the break. Amone over halfway. Halifax up for the quick play of the ball. Superb play from Twilangi, taking it 50 metres away from his own line. Dean joins up from full-back. Schuster has to cut back inside. Bentley had been in midfield. Schuster forced back a couple of metres to the halfway line. Parker, short ball to Gillespie. Gillespie coming back inside, the high one from Harmon. No disputing that one, Neil Harmon going in over the top. Although it must be said, he nowhere else really to go there. There were already 2 Leeds defenders around Gillespie as he cut back inside. And Schuster is going to take the opportunity. Well, he isn't. Carl Harrison. Well, Schuster is going to take the opportunity to put the first points on the board. Asaramone looking to put it into touch. But Halifax bringing it back into the Leeds half. That break from Twilangi. Superb behind his own line. He took an awkwardly bouncing ball. He had pressure on him from the Leeds defenders, but the gap opened up. Shrugged off a couple of tackles on his way up towards halfway. And Schuster with 142 points this season and 4 goals last week from 35 metres out. He's 12 metres to the right hand side of the post. Flag still, so there's no wind to speak of. So Schuster with the first shot at goal. The Ross from the back of the post already say that that's gone through before the linesman's flag went up. And after 7 minutes, Halifax take the lead by 7 points to 0. So that just might put a bit of stability into Halifax. Leeds will take it from Parker's kick, but Harmon, the aggravator on that occasion, costed Leeds a 2 points.
Yes, and one thing you can't do with John Schuster in the side is give away penalties, because Schuster always likely to kick a goal from anywhere on the field. One of the best goal kickers. McShaw shoots from acting half-back. Takes a tackle of Carl Harrison, and Leeds looking to move that ball now with Harvey Howard. Back to Shaw. That's good defence from Halifax, but good play from Leeds. Shaw just coming in, looked like a flop there from Asaramone. Holroyd's ball. Not marking square, Asaramone, so Leeds get the penalty again. And Holroyd again finds touch, not quite as far down as the previous occasion, but still good enough to put Leeds on the attack. Well inside that Halifax half of the field. And Harrison, Harmon just running into Anderson there. Holroyd's ball is for George Mann. George Mann stepping, trying to go himself. Good tackle from Rowley, just brought him down. And Halifax have a man down injured. As Kemp switches play to Holroyd. Holroyd looking for runners, finds big Kevin Iro. Iro looks to get on the outside of Schuster. Stepping, going inside, still going Iro. It's a ball away, that's for Francis Cummins. Cummins is in for a try! Oh, wonderful play from Leeds. The Halifax defence opening up there, and Francis Cummins, they couldn't tackle big Kevin Iro, and that shows just how much Leeds have missed him in the last few weeks. Iro did everything right there, and supporting class full-back play from Francis Cummins. Goes over for the try, which gives Leeds the lead for the first time. On the 9th minute then, superb play from Kevin Iro. Just Halifax defence there. Halifax defence there just couldn't cope with big Kevin Iro.
Well, Schuster had him earlier. Kevin Iro moved up very quickly, but on that occasion Iro just brushed him away. Schuster's going to have to be in a lot quicker, but Iro with the power and the strength to get through two Halifax tacklers. All credit to him, setting the try up for Cummins with that little burst of speed from 10 metres out and an instant reply from Leeds.
So Leeds go 6 points to 2 to the good. And Leeds will be kicking off again to the Halifax bottom corner.
Well, a perfect reply from the liners. A try to cancel out John Schuster's penalty. And Stuart Cummins calling back play there. For what reason, I'm not sure, but if it was a Leeds player that was in front, it should have been offside. There's no indication from Stuart Cummins as to why he's pulled the ball back. So Allride will try again, and he'll kick down towards that bottom corner. With Leeds 6 points to 2 up after 10 minutes. Amoni running out of defence, not making the 20. Forshaw and Mickshaw, the tacklers. Parker going on his own, he's being carried back. A heavy defensive presence for Leeds to meet Wayne Parker, Carl Harrison. Again, 3 defenders for Leeds. Rowley from acting half. And I'm sure Dean Bell and Hugh McGann will have sent the message out to the Leeds players that they keep an eye on Rowley. Gillespie running on strongly, appeals for the high tackles, but it was around the chest from George Mann. 5th tackle. Parker looks for the kick behind Fallon again. Fallon has a little look and then lets it roll into touch. It's a good kick from Parker. Leeds back in their own quarter, but with the likes of Iro, it's Halifax must keep them there. And Allride will feed the scrum again.
This 3rd scrum for Leeds within the space of the first 10 minutes, and all in the same position of the field. Allride's kick feed comes out and Fallon again runs the football. And Fallon breaks away there from the first line of defence. Didn't realise he was through there. Fallon still looking for support as the defence dropped off. Carl Hall looking for a big game from him today, and this man Kevin Iro already seen what he can do. Out to Philisan. Philisan will take the tackle of Paul Anderson. Good defence from Anderson there, good work from a prop. George Mann now runs through Chester. Back to Iro. Iro looking to take Schuster out of the game. Allride missing out men now as Carl Hall's on the burst. That's Owen Fallon's broke away there from the first defender. Manages to stay in touch, good play from Fallon. Leeds now looking to move the ball at every opportunity. Tony Kemp running with the football, this time he gives it to Allride. Allride steps through Chester, but the youngster just clipping him by the ankle, so we're up to the last tackle and Kemp will have the football in his hands. Bobs up the high ball, Leeds chasing, Morley all onside. Took that over his own line, and so that'll be a tap on the 20 metres in Leeds. And move quickly to get back into position.
Dean taking the ball well. The pressure was there. It was a great kick from Kemp. But Leeds winning the defensive battle so far. And moving forward with the ball with purpose. Rowley loses that one behind him. Bentley looked for it, but Rowley's gone back inside. And can't get away from Mann and Howard. And Leeds caught offside, could have picked anyone from 4 on that occasion. And this time, Amoni will kick for touch. Kicking up the slope, making sure he finds the yards and gets it over the touch line. And Halifax will now look to reply to that earlier lead try with Bentley. Couldn't do badly against his old club at Thrumall, doesn't John Bentley? Harrison driving forward, looking round perhaps to slip one out the back, but nobody there, taking the safety of the tackle. Chester to Dean. Dean running into Harvey Howard. The little man not finding it very difficult to get through the Leeds prop. Rowley from acting half, just losing his footing. Halifax putting pressure on Amoni into Howard. Amoni still going forward, appeals for the punch. They didn't look anything in that. Parker, fifth tackle behind the Leeds line. It's bouncing awkwardly, but eventually it will go dead and Leeds will come back for the tap on the 20.
First Leeds test then, first test should have saved the Leeds defence. And now Philasan just running the football. Leeds will be looking for the forwards now. Where's Neil Harmon? He's here onto that ball, short ball from Matt Shaw. Second week that a former Siddle player has come to Thurmall and hooked. It's Johnny Lawless last week for Sheffield. Today it's Mick Shaw. And from one Siddle lad to another, Graham Allroyd just running with the football, looking to... It's a lovely ball for Morley there, takes Morley away. Morley's couldn't get the ball away there, Morley. Great ball from Allroyd, putting him in the gap. Shaw spots the gap this time, twists the defence, gets out of the way. Carl running onto the football, that's good play from Carl Allroyd up to the last tackle. Leeds again strongly in the Halifax quarter. Allroyd has the football. It's a long ball out there to George Mant, Iro. George Mann is in for the try. Yes, he's in for the try. That puts Leeds 10 points ahead. So again, Leeds attacking down this side with Kevin Iro. Threw the ball back inside. Looked like Cummins had overrun it, but there was George Mann to collect the football, and despite the efforts of Chris Chester, not enough to stop Leeds from going over for the second try of the game. So Leeds showing a good flair for attack there down this side. And really, the ball from Allroyd to Adrian Morley set them going there, Daryl.
Well, it did, but I think Halifax held back with Allroyd and Kemp, both exponents of the kicking game. Halifax were perhaps expecting the grubber on the floor, but it went out to Iro again. He's had a hand in 2 tries. He might not have played for Leeds for a while. He's been out injured, but he's having such a big impact. And Halifax will get it back from the kick-off. And Halifax's defence so far has not been as solid as it was against Sheffield last week, when they defended so strongly with 11 men for parts of the game. Well, they've got to get their act together now. 10 points down and in their own half. Gillespie down on one knee, unorthodox way to beat a man, but he's done it as Parker comes back inside, trying to shrug off the tacklers, gets it away to Baldwin. Baldwin away from man, the step on Allroyd. Rowley there in support, but Iro back. With Morley making a good tackle, but Halifax showing glimpses of skill. Anderson off to his partner, Carl Harrison. Front row partner makes it to the 20-metre line. Harrison wanting to get up and play it quickly, shaking his head. Great ball back inside to Baldwin. Support from Moana, looking for his first try for Halifax, brought down just 2 metres out. Twilangi from acting half, Groans from the scratching shed, the 5th tackle. Parker to Anderson. Anderson's looking to turn round and release it. Leeds bodies all around him, it's come loose. But the ball going forward. Halifax lacking that bit of direction from Twilangi going from acting half, while Rowley was receiving treatment in back play.
That's good defending from Leeds eventually, but they did let Halifax come up the middle of the field. Philasan runs the ball out, and Halifax have a penalty there for Kemp not playing the ball correctly. Well, that's a poor state of affairs for Leeds, and that'll have cost them 2 points there, which could be dangerous at the end of the game. Schuster will certainly kick for goal, but really that's very unprofessional there, not playing the ball correctly right in front of your own post. So Schuster, he'll kick for goal, and as we said before, John Schuster doesn't miss. Bad mistake from Leeds there, Devil.
Well, it's been seen so many times before when you're under pressure, but when you've 6 tackles and you've saved your own line under the pressure, to give away the penalty, I'm sure is his Leeds colleagues will have as many words to say to him as Dean Bell, because you don't give penalties away like that to kickers of Schuster's ability in front of the post. And Schuster duly puts 2 more points on the Halifax scoreboard to cut the Leeds to 12 points to 4. But I think that'll be infuriating for Messrs Bell and McGann.
Yes, I'm sure it will. The ball comes back for Parker to kick off, and Dean Riddle, the Leeds fitness man, coming in for some stick from the crowd in the shed there at the end. But he's a New Zealander, Dean Riddle, and thick-skinned at that. Don't think it'll bother him at all. Adrian Morley then runs the football out straight into Paul Rowley and gets over the 20 metres, which is a good test of the mark. Fallon coming infield, running at Chris Cheston. Cheston and Schuster bringing him down. Shaw gets the ball back to Fallon. Fallon only knows one way, and that's forward. And that's a flop there from Anderson. That was the epitome of a flop, as Leeds take the ball with number 13 Mike Forshaw into the Halifax half of the field, through the hands then of Kemp Allroyd, and offside. And so Leeds get the penalty again. Halifax have been caught offside on 3 occasions now, and surely Holroyd will get this ball into touch. And Holroyd will kick for goal. And for well that if he kicks it dead and he misses, Leeds will get the ball back. So a chance for Holroyd to put Leeds back with the 2 points. 10 points to the good. 21 minutes on the clock. It's been a great cup tie here so far at Thrum Hall, and so far it's going the way of Leeds, but they are playing down the slope. All right, then lines up the kick. It's almost 40 metres out, 38 metres to be exact. It's 21 metres in from touch, as Holroyd just lines up the kick. Strikes it hard, high and straight, but he's missed it, and it hasn't gone dead, so bad let off there for Halifax.
Well, Holroyd didn't make it dead. Halifax will come up with 6 tackles. There's a long way to go to the other end of the field. Bentley's one man who can get there if he gets the space. Iro's not allowing that to happen. Back inside with the big men. Anderson into Howard and Shaw. Was looking round for support. There was Anderson. Ball coming loose. Well, referee Stuart Cummins saw an arm in there, and Asa Ramone will waste no time putting it into touch and almost down the lens of the camera. And Stuart Cummins is stopping the clock. And rightfully so. The instruction from Stuart Cummins to the ball boy is that the ball must be placed on the touchline and not thrown into the player. Harrison off the short ball from Parker. Parker again to Amone. And Amone trying to break through 3 or 4 tacklers. He's brought down eventually. Rowley up from Actinau. Support from Parker. Great ball back inside to Baldwin. And Baldwin with the juggling skills to keep hold of it. Rowley from Actinau to Moana. And Moana forced into touch by the Leeds defence. There's a man down for Leeds, but again, Leeds holding out under the pressure from Halifax, Stuart.
Yes, good defence there over in the corner, forcing the man out. Leeds set the ball forward again with Phil Hassan, and really should be looking for prop forwards to run the ball out. And here comes the second row man, Adrian Morley. And Morley again, he's burst through on 2 or 3 occasions this afternoon. I think it's... Now comes the props, here comes Neil Harmon driving forward. It's Tony Kemp that's the man down injured for Leeds. Holroyd then will take control of things in the middle of the field. George Mann. That's an inside ball for Mike Forshaw, and Mike Forshaw almost through the tackle there. Harry Howard now running straight in. And a knock on there in the tackle. Harry Howard, and Kemp looks like he's hurt his arm and he's coming off the field again. So disappointing for Leeds. And just when Leeds have got to be doing well, Kemp's gone and injured the arm that's caused him so much trouble.
Well, Harvey Howard looked as though he burst through the tackle, but he went without the ball. So Halifax will try again to get near that Leeds line. Schuster tries to go around Iro. Iro big enough to drag Schuster down and almost over the touch line. Craig Dean, short ball to Gillespie. Wrapped up by Howard on the halfway line. Parker goes on his own, but met by 3 Leeds defenders. Plenty of heavy traffic down the middle in defence for Leeds. Harrison gets it to Rowley. Rowley looks to set it up. Chester takes one out of the air, brings Schuster back on the inside. Onto Gillespie. Tuilagi in centre field, looking for the work, coming in off the wing. Bentley also coming in, looking for work. 5th tackle, and Leeds have done well in defence. Parker's put a tester up there for Cummins, but Cummins loses it. But it's going to be a penalty for offside. Well, there's 1 or 2 people in this ground don't agree with that one. Parker seemed to be the first man there. There was a whole posse of Halifax players putting pressure on Cummins, and perhaps that might be an indicator for Parker to try the high ball on 1 or 2 more occasions if they get near enough.
Yes, well, I'm not one of the ones who doesn't agree. I thought that Cummins was pushed there. McShaw, he's also got an arm injury now, but he'll play on. Neil Harmon brought down as Leeds get the 4th penalties at the moment for all. Leeds have the scrums 3-2. Harmon then, and Shaw finds Holroyd. Holroyd will really need to take charge of this game today. Matt Schultz just dancing forward. Gets up now, plays the ball. Shaw spots the gap from acting half. Away McShaw. Oh, has he got the legs? McShaw, Dean's chasing him. Has he got the legs? The little man's going for the corner. Oh, and he's pushed in. What a great tackle there by Dean. Superb tackle from Craig Dean. McShaw not managing to stay in, but what a good run from the dummy half.
It was a great run from Shaw. His caused problem also tries from that acting half position. He's celebrated signing a new 3-year deal at Tramall this week. Tuilagi, only just over the 20, brought down by Schultz. Rowley to Bentley. Plenty of attention for John Bentley. Anderson back down the middle, Schultz around the legs, and that's the perfect way to bring the big men down. Harrison driving forward into Morley, almost up to halfway. 5th tackle, they'll look for Parker. Parker opting this time to run it, gets it to Baldwin. Baldwin chips one to the bottom corner, it depends on the bounce. Moana's after it, and Cummins takes it back behind his own line. It'll be a drop out under the post. But that was good play by Simon Baldwin. The Halifax loose forward. Leeds players expecting the kick from Parker. He's used it to good effect on a couple of occasions behind Fallon. And Moana just giving up the chase as Cummins got there, but Cummins put under pressure again, and it forces the drop out from Holroyd almost to halfway. He gives it to Paul Eighton, who's just tapped to the ground. Bentley steaming onto that one, looking for a way around the outside, appeals again for the high tackle by Hassan. Well, the linesman and referees there. Bentley complains and gets it with a wry smile on his face as Anderson drives forward. And there's a sight which will bring the cheers to the Halifax crowd. Mark Preston back in the senior squad. Baldwin and Schuster and Preston just overrunning the pass. Parker immediately to Preston, his first touch of the ball. Preston looking for a way back on the inside. Parker, this time the chip going nowhere. Howard gets it away. And Leeds perhaps quick to a counter-attack with Schofield, but good defence by Park.
So Holroyd then just gets to his feet, plays the football. George Mann, who likes to run out wide. And a big test of the Leeds defence for the last few minutes. And the ball, Schultz has lost it, looked to be ripped out there.
Well, Leeds spill it again. Halifax have a chance to put the pressure on. There was an appeal for the late tackle. Aiton gets up a little bit groggy. Harrison tries to get it away. There's appeals for a knock-on against the Leeds player, but Leeds would have got the possession had it been a scrum from the first knock-on from Harrison.
Yes, bad ball from Carl Harrison early in the tackle count. Halifax now starting to knock Leeds down round that acting half-back position. Harmon. And Rowley certainly moves off the mark very quickly, which leaves gaps for such as Mick Shaw, acting half-backs to exploit. This time it's for Adrian Morley. Morley looks to take play into Halifax half, and the game just entered a bit of a dead period as we hit the half-hour. Holroyd tries a chip over and goes through himself. Still going, but Preston should have that ball for Halifax. He does, and Halifax, and Holroyd tackles him. Good football skills from Holroyd.
Yes, Halifax off the hook. Twilangi out of defence. Makes it to the 20. Halifax come away again. Bentley away from the first one, running into trouble. Mike Forshaw and Mick Shaw combining to bring Bentley down. Halifax players stood in the middle of the field. It's left to Schuster to try to break a hole in the Leeds defence, which he can't do. Anderson driving forward. Great ball to Dean. Dean looking for runners, still going forward. Craig Dean still stepping out of the tackles. Iro wraps him up eventually with the assistance of the arm round the head. The last tackle, Rowley from acting out. Chips through, it all depends on the bounce. Cummins gets to it and he's brought down with a good tackle from Schuster.
Yes, Rowley just knocked on a little bit there as well as he took that ball. Philissan, ankle tap for Leeds, and defence is very much on top at the moment. No side making a good clean break. Matt Schultz takes the ball out of the 20 metres. It's 30 metres from the Leeds line. And a lot for the crowd to shout about, but I don't really know what, apart from Dean Riddle being on the field. Carl Hall. That's for Harvey Howard. And, oh, almost through there, Howard. George Mann. Steps out of a couple of tackles there. Very strong George Mann. And Holroyd kicks towards that bottom corner. Puts the pressure on. That could be too hard and go dead. In fact, it is going to just roll away in the corner. Too hard, so Halifax will have the chance to have a tap and relieve a bit of pressure on the 20 metres.
Bentley with the first run out of defence into Holroyd making 10. Paul Aiton trying to spin out a Forshaw's tackle. He's done well as Paul Aiton to stretch another couple of metres out of that run. It's still 12 points to 4 in Leeds' favour. Nothing to choose between these two sides, but Halifax perhaps in attack getting the upper hand in the last 10 or 15 minutes. Rowley tries to break through, back inside to Baldwin. Baldwin finds a space, can he turn Cummins inside out? Perhaps took the wrong option. Should have gone towards the post. But Halifax will look again to put pressure on the Leeds line. They've come close on 2 occasions. Paul Aiton, Gillespie back on the inside. Gillespie has support from Dean. Craig Dean beats George Mann to get Halifax's first try. And you sense that try's been coming for the last 10 or 15 minutes. Halifax getting more of the possession, putting it together on attack. They've gone close on 2 occasions, and it's third time lucky. But they kept the ball moving, tremendous pace. Gillespie back on the inside, beating a couple. And Dean up from full-back, only had George Mann to beat. And George Mann just watched Dean go past him, and it's opened this tie right up there, Stuart.
So Schuster then just settles it up, calms things down. former All Black, Newcastle Knights player. Bobs that over, and it's 12 points to 10. Leeds, who had looked most likely to be in command at half-time, now find themselves only leading by 2 points with the 5 minutes to go. Wayne Parker then gets the game kicked off. Francis Cummins is waiting for that ball, finds it, runs it out himself. Cummins round Chester. Chester bringing him down. George Mann goes himself from acting half-back, just trying to knock men away. Facts of plenty of players all offside. And the big props now really need to take charge. It's not been a props game so far as the Loiners are concerned. Mike Forshaw down the middle of the field, into Paul Anderson over the halfway line. Shaw then from acting half finds Harry Howard. Howard will look to spin and turn in the tackle and offload the ball. He can't do that, and he's pushed back. That's great defence from Fax. Last tackle and the ball for Holroyd. Hoist the bomb. Leeds chasing it. Dean's underneath. Safe as houses there, little Craig Dean. Hand comes away and he's got a gap up the middle of the field.
Great play again from Craig Dean. Cool under the bomb. He had Schultz bearing down on him and made 30 metres into the bargain, which is a bonus for Halifax. Bentley brought down on halfway. Paul Ayton running wide. They'll knock down Kevin Iro off. He's going to have a try and go forward. He shrugged him off eventually, but Phil Hassan moved him by that time. Parker to Anderson. Anderson not making many yards. Howard and Harmon there to stop him. Rolling from acting half. Trying to step back inside. Good ball to Chester. Chester looks for the gap. Runs into Morley. They tried the step. It's the 5th tackle. Parker to Baldwin. Baldwin using the kick. Behind Fallon. Leeds will get the possession. And I think Simon Baldwin would have preferred that ball to go a little bit further towards the Leeds line.
Yes, clever kick from Simon Baldwin again, just a wicked bounce off the point of the rugby ball. We've got about 2 or 3 minutes left on the clock, plus any stoppage time that's been added on, and Leeds in their own quarter with Holroyd feeding the scrum, finding Fallon. Oh, and Fallon almost through there. Holroyd now gives the ball to Schultz. Schultz can't knock off Chester, no matter how hard he tries. Carl Hall from acting half. Chester was offside, not marking square. Carl Hall's just rampaging forward. That's good driving from the Leeds centre. Almost doing a props job there. Man out wide now. Will Leeds look to use Iro again? That's a good ball to the big man Iro, but Addison's got him. Thugs him off Iro. Holroyd now with a bit of space to work in. But he's wrapped up. That's 4 tackles gone, and Leeds, despite the fancy passing, still remain on the halfway line. Shaw spots the gap from acting half. And Halifax get the ball back again. Well, that was poor play from Leeds. Oh, and Rowley's going up the middle of the field.
Well, I think the crowd have swung Stuart Cummins on that occasion. Didn't look to be anything to the tackle. It was hard and it was fair. Well, I think Stuart Cummins giving the Halifax supporters the benefit of the doubt. It didn't look too bad from here. We'll take a closer look on the video replay. But it'll give Schuster an opportunity to level the scores. 2 penalties and a conversion already. Time almost up on the clock. And Halifax, from leading 2-0, then going 12 points to 2 down, have got their act together in defence. They've forced the errors from Leeds by putting on the pressure, and they've got their way back into this game. And they've started getting it together in attack. They're stringing the passes together. A bit of a cold breeze is starting to get up from behind the scratching shed, so Halifax will play with that at the backs in the second half. So Schuster from 18 metres out to level the scores right on half time. Takes his time and it sneaks inside the left hand post. So Schuster draws the scores level on half time at 12 points all. But I think Leeds a little hard done by, and the supporters in the scratching said perhaps Swain Stewart Cummings there.
Yes, it looks a fair tackle round the shoulder. It was a hard tackle, and but that's the way these things go. And Leeds, from being 12-2 up and comfortable on 34 minutes, now find themselves 12 all. Cummings again takes the football, spins out of Anderson's tackle. And there goes the hooter for half-time then, so it's Leeds 12, Halifax 12. The first 20 minutes certainly belong to Leeds. 12-2 they had with tries to Cummings and man, and 2 all-right conversions to reply to Schuster's penalty on the 7th minute. But then it was all Halifax. They came back into the game up the slope. Schuster had another penalty, then Dean had a try, Schuster converted, then right on half-time, Schuster had the final try of the first half. Final penalty of the first half, should I say. Leeds 12, Halifax 12.
And Steve Sims, from being a frustrated man at 12-2 down, will be a lot more happy at 12 points all. Controversy with that penalty perhaps, Allroyd missing one, it could tell in the end. But Halifax have done extremely well in the last 20 minutes of the second half to claw their way back into this game. The try from Dean, worthy of bringing him back into the game. Schuster faultless at kicking. It's taken him 250 points for the season. And Halifax will come out after the break, level with Leeds and hoping to go into the semi-finals. And Halifax to receive the ball from the kick-off for the second half, 12 points all. And the good or bad news, whichever way you look at it, is that Tony Kemp has a broken arm, and Harvey Howard, who's also going to be on the Leeds bench for the second half, watching the action because he's suffered a broken rib. And Mick Shaw also took a heavy knock in the first half, so it could be a trump card for Halifax. Howard going off, one of the big power players for Leeds. And that's not to say that Leeds are going to put any less effort into it, as Anderson slips a great ball to Twilangi. Twilangi wrestling with Carl Hall and Anthony Gibbons by the touchline. Superb ball from Anderson, released him. Carl Harrison driving forward. Halifax now with a weight advantage up front. Rowley up quick from acting now. Schultz did make the tackle, he hesitated at first knowing he was offside. Parker fires one towards that corner flag. It depends on the bounce. It's only just gone over the dead ball line. Baldwin got there, but it's good play from Halifax in the opening set of 6 of the second half, Stuart.
Yes, great play from Halifax, going right from their own line right to the Leeds line, and now Leeds are struggling to get out of their own quarter. George Mann. Matt Schultz will drive this ball forward and test of the character of Leeds now, with 2 important figures off the field injured. No substitutes left. And Holroyd really needs to take control of this game. And a high tackle on Morley, the crowd going bananas, but Harmon now has worked himself to a standstill in this first half. Good captain's performance from Neil Harmon. Holroyd looks to put boot to ball, high spinning kick. And Dean takes the ball well there. That was good take again from Craig Dean. And Leeds conceded a penalty. The first half penalties were 4-all and the Scums 4-3 to the Liners.
Well, Craig Dean deputising for Micah Manga, no stranger, as I said in the first half, to the full-back position, and he's doing an excellent job of retrieving those high balls from Graham Allroyd. The Leeds chasers are putting pressure on him, but not fazed at all by that pressure. Dean cool, calm and collected, The indiscretion again from Leeds. Stuart Cummings having a word with the ball boys again for throwing the ball onto the field. Rowley to Harrison. Harrison through Arman's tackle. Back to Rowley. Quickly to Chester. But Chester bundled down by Morley and Forshaw. Centre field, just short of halfway. Dean. Short ball to Simon Baldwin. Posse of defenders round him. I don't think he wanted that pass. Here goes Rowley from acting half. Out of the first tackle. Morley all over him to bring him down. Halifax just inside the Leeds half. Schuster appeals for the forward pass. And Schuster not getting many yards forward himself. Back to Parker on the fifth tackle. Down towards Phil Hassan. And Hassan lets that ball roll into touch. As much for his own safety as I think to give his defending players a breather before they pack down in the scrum, Stuart.
Yes, it's been a fast, furious pace this first half, and Halifax have finished the stronger side, so Leeds will be looking to try and get some points on the board and then hang on. I'm feeling this game isn't over by a long chalk. Penalty there, Simon Baldwin, adjudged to have Allroyd's kick finds touch and puts Leeds on the attack, but still well inside their own half of the field. Harman. I guarantee nobody will try harder than Neil Harman this afternoon. Loves being the captain of Leeds. Man. On the halfway line, Allroyd acting half, finds Anthony Gibbons. Gibbons to Forshaw. Right, well wrapped up this time. Halifax have learnt the lesson. Morley trying to burst up the middle of the field. 4 tackles gone. Leeds 30 metres from that fax line. Iro uses a short side to shrug off Bentley. Can't do that. Shaw to Allroyd. Allroyd again looks to the ball out to Cummings. Cummings running around with Allroyd. Allroyd puts a little kick through. Dean has it, good tackle from Matt Schultz.
And again Dean calm under pressure, picking up the kick from Allroyd. Twilangi out of defence. Preston from acting half into George Mann and Harvey Howard. And it needs something of a speciality from Preston or Bentley perhaps to break the deadlock. Both danger men in their own right. They can go the length of the field, but Halifax up the middle at the moment. They've chances here on this side, but Parker opts for the kick down towards Cummings. Cummings all the time in the world to pick it up and bring it back towards the Halifax defence, and loses it on the way. It's going to be a penalty. There was an arm in there from Paul Eiton. So that will take the pressure off for Leeds with his kick from Allroyd to come. Will it, as Allroyd fluffs the kick. Dean safe underneath it, and he'll run it back at the Leeds defence. Dean steps inside one. Great run from Craig Dean, away from George Mann, but not through Iro. Superb run from the Halifax fullback, but Allroyd, normally the most reliable of kickers, in a rush to get it away, fails to find the touch and gives Halifax the chance to put the pressure on again. Paul Eiton looking around for some support. The only thing there was the Leeds tacklers. Anderson driving forward, Paul Anderson, great run. Rowley in support, Rowley looking for options. Wrapped up on the 20. Halifax looking for the first points of the second half. These teams deadlocked at 12 points all. Carl Harrison this time forcing Leeds back 5 or 6 metres towards their own line. Parker looking for runners, brings Schuster on the inside. Schuster brought down 10 metres out. Last tackle, Rowley. Long ball out to Bentley. Bentley throws a wild one away. Gillespie's on the last tackle, and Gillespie's going to be wrapped up by Iro. He's tried to get it away, but there's a chance here for Cummings, and Cummings ankle tap by Schuster. And a silly mistake by Carl Gillespie gives the possession back to Leeds.
Anthony Gibbons then coming up the middle of the field. That's a good break from Cummings. Just couldn't get away there from Schuster. And Parker concedes a penalty and really ought to go to the sin bin for that one. And this time O'Rod makes no mistake and Leeds on the attack now. Paulie Stewart coming to the back of the head, Neil Harmon drives forward. All right now, running at the Halifax defence, looking to drop off, finds his runners, finds Francis Cummins in the line. Leeds just 15 metres short of the Halifax line. Adrian Morley slipped a lovely ball out to Matt Schultz. Schultz has lost the ball. And it'll be a tap on the 20 metres, so promising Leeds attack coming to nothing, but Leeds showing that they're not finished yet in this game.
Well, Leeds not out of it by any means, neither are Halifax, but that mistake from Gillespie should have taken the tackle by on the last tackle, tried to get it away. It worked for Bentley, it didn't for Gillespie, and it allowed Leeds to get back into the Halifax half. Anderson slips it away to Chester, but Paul Anderson shouldn't have forced the pass. It was too low for Chester to take, he tried in vain, but couldn't reach it and knocked on, so Leeds will get possession again just inside the Halifax half.
Great support from Leeds over there in the stand opposite to our camera position. Inside balls for Carl Hall, and he's strong Carl Hall, and takes the Halifax men to bring him down. Matt Schultz showing the ball, going himself. Simon Baldwin. Mick Shaw spots a gap, lovely ball for Morley. Morley. Time for these youngsters to come of age this afternoon. Holroyd again. Spins, twists, tries to go himself. Can't get the ball away. 4 tackles gone, Leeds again, 15 metres from the Halifax line. George Mann's at acting half, goes himself. Not a good pass, but it's picked up by Anthony Gibbons. Gibbons spots the gap, goes himself. Has he got the legs on Craig Dean? He has indeed, and he's in for the try. Well, that's brought the deadlock, and Wayne Parker absolutely furious, because that was a shocking pass there from George Mann that Anthony Gibbons picked up and just used his pace to get away from Craig Dean out on the far side. Well, that's put the cat among the pigeons now, Darryl.
Well, it has Stewart, but I think Halifax have only themselves to blame. They're trying to force the passes that aren't on, and despite the fact that Leeds have lost the main playmaker in Tony Kemp, they've still got 1 or 2 very handy players, including Gibbons, who skipped through the Halifax defence on that occasion to put Leeds back in front by 16 points to 12.
So Holroyd will get the game restarted. Well, if either of these sides are to get to Wembley, they won't have a harder game than this, Darryl.
Well, they won't, Stewart. It's still wide open, but Leeds with the advantage again, courtesy of those 2 Halifax mistakes. Gillespie tries to make up, can't make it to the 20. Now Bentley drifting in field, but there's immediate pressure put on him by Mike Forshaw. The Leeds loose forward. Anderson pushes Forshaw away, but then another 3 move in for Leeds. Morley, Harmon and Cummins. Anderson plays it quickly. Penalty this time. Morley turns around and complains to the referee, and he's going to take Leeds back another 10. Rowley plays it quickly. Fancies a run on his own down the middle. Harrison charging onto that one. Still going forward, the big prop. Halifax needing a quick reply. Anderson met by 3 again. Plenty in defence for Leeds down the middle. Parker to Chester. Chester looks for the gap, tries to get the ball back inside, but spills it again. And if Halifax are to put themselves back in this game, they've got to cut out the handling errors. That's 3 or 4 times now. On every occasion they've had the ball so far in the last 5 minutes, they've spilt the possession up. And Leeds, I'm sure, will gratefully accept it again on this occasion.
So right to work the feed then. Fallon then comes in field. Looks for a way through. It's finally knocked down. Leeds quickly in to play the ball. Carl takes a difficult pass and takes it well. Hyro spots the gap, goes himself from acting half. There's a lovely ball away to Hassan. Hassan's got the pace up the touchline side. Dean's going across to tackle him, but I don't think he's going to get there. That's a try to Hassan. Class play from Kevin Hyro, and Hassan goes over there in the corner. Showed his pace there, Kate. Dean showed what he is there at half-back. Plenty of pace over the first few metres, but not the pace to go there at the end. So Leeds hit back superbly well there. Under a lot of pressure, but that's straight from the scrum there. Good play from Kevin Hyro, and Phil Hassan's gone over in the corner.
And they're doing it the hard way. Hyro again, setting up the third try. Schuster had hold of him, but he got the pass away to Hassan. So Halifax must do it from behind again. 20 points to 12 down. Still 25 minutes to go. And as with the first half, Leeds on top for the first 15 minutes. Dean calls for it, inside to Gillespie. Forshaw up extremely quickly with Harmon to restrict Halifax's progress. In front of their own post. Now to Bentley. Bentley meets with Fallon. Fallon slows him down. All makes the tackle. So Bentley running 30 metres in an arc, only making 10 forward. Paul Hyton almost brushing 2 away. Schultz with a one hand on the jumper to bring him down. And again Halifax bunching in the middle of the field as Anderson is bundled to the ground. Harrison up the middle, looking round, almost releasing the pass. Good set of tackles in defence from Leeds, restricts Halifax, goes back to Parker for the kick, down towards Cummins. In fact, it's Gibbons. There's no problem for Gibbons and no pressure put on by Halifax. Gibbons allowed to make 25-30 metres back towards halfway.
Leeds looking with Matt Schultz to go up on that far side on Bentley's wing. Hassan will be inspired by the confidence of the try. Shaw acting half, finds Allroyd. Allroyd looks to the long ball out to Cummins. Cummins steps on, a pace there from Francis Cummins, and a great tackle coming in from that number 15, Paul Hyton. Fallon now will run up the middle of the field, and he's still going, Fallon. And finally takes the tackle, but Leeds, no support there for Fallon. Shaw goes himself from acting half, puts a little chip through. Oh, Shaw's going easy, going to score! Parker just knocks the ball dead. Baldwin not prepared to put his body on the line, and in fact, Francis Cummins had a big season. George Mann, is he going into the corner? He's in for the try! Kidding the Halifax defence there, using the thread of Kevin Hyro, and the Halifax defence just dropped off, and George Mann goes in for the try over there in the far corner. So Leeds have certainly exploited the Bentley-Schuster wing in both halves of this game, and really George Mann, tremendous play there.
It wasn't to be, and Mann's try has opened up a 12-point lead, which Halifax must now try and claw back, and it's going to be hard work with 20 minutes to go. But we saw Salford yesterday score 4 or 5 tries in the last 20 minutes. Halifax will have to do the same here this afternoon. Anderson, charging run down the middle of the field. But no let up in this Leeds defence. They've 3 men in all the time. Anderson rushes away Forshaw, wrestling with Harmon and all. Just gets to halfway and gets some plays it very quickly. Rowley from acting half, goes on his own, looking to cut a gap through. Baldwin receives the pass, it's the 5th tackle. And Halifax making one of their brief appearances in the Leeds half, in the second half of this match. And now they must get back in defence and do it all again to keep Leeds there.
Leeds looking to use the thread of Kevin Hyro again. George Mann's away. Gives the ball to Hyro now as Hyro got the leg. legs. He's taking Bentley on. Drops off to Hassan. Hassan still going. Bentley made a complete pig's ear of the tackle. Hyro probably feeling the pace a little bit now. And Halifax just managed to hold Hassan down long enough for the defence to come. Holroyd finds Cummins. The two youngsters working the middle of the field for Leeds this afternoon. Nick Shaw finds Adrian Morley, another one who's had a big game for the Liners. Some big tackling coming in there though from Carl Harrison and Simon Baldwin. Shaw again shoots from acting half. Dances past one man and another. And now to within 5 metres of the line, and we're on the last tackle. Adrian Morley's at acting half back now. He's that wise. It's the ball away to Holroyd. Holroyd steps, looks to go himself. And Morley's in for the try, and that's going to get Leeds into the semi-final. Class play from Holroyd. Halifax stood and watched, waiting for the tackle to be made on Holroyd. And that's going to put Leeds, I think, Devil, into the semi-final. The Halifax defence completely gone to sleep.
Well, Holroyd was given all the time in the world to get the pass away to Morley. Carl Harrison was the nearest man. He stretched for it and couldn't make it. And at 16 points down, it looks a lost cause for Halifax with less than 20 minutes to go. After 4 failures, will not miss from in front of the post. He doesn't. It takes Leeds into an 18-point lead. And the score would have been even greater had Holroyd made those 4 conversions. But Halifax needing to score 3 converted tries. They're going to find it very difficult. And the Leeds supporters already celebrating a possible 3rd consecutive trip to Wembley. They've got the semi-final to come, of course. But it's not over yet as Amoni drives out. Big hit by Morley on the Tongan second rower. Rowley from acting half, skips through one. Forshaw just does enough to knock him off his balance. Amoni screaming at the play the ball to play it quickly. Harrison pushes man back and Gibbons brings him down. Short ball to Anderson. Anderson through Iro. George Mann back covering with Hassan to make the tackle. The 5th one, Parker to Chester. Long ball out to Tuilagi. Tuilagi cuts back inside with Preston outside him. Tuilagi going forward, gets it to Schuster. Schuster had Dean there to pass to, didn't release it, but Tuilagi perhaps guilty of taking the wrong option with Preston outside him on the overlap.
Good play there from Jim Fallon, just driving the ball away. Everyone a hero for Leeds so far this afternoon. Lovely ball from Holroyd, finds man. Using again the thread of Iro. Iro straight through Schuster again. Drops the ball. Leeds, as they're going through there, just trying to be a little too adventurous, but it would have been well if it had come off.
Halifax again looking vulnerable on that far side. Harrison, the one-hand pass away to Amoni, to the 20. Rowley stopping and looking round and being forced backwards. Gets it away to Chester. Chester brought down eventually, but Halifax lose ground. Aiton goes forward, spins out of the first one, pops one up, and then complains he has nobody in support, but I don't think in any reason to try and attempt the pass.
A sensible play from Leeds from Matt Schultz, just takes the ball from acting half, makes a good 15 metres. Mick Shaw will find Kevin Iro, and Iro running straight at Schuster again, and again he shrugs off Schuster and manages to get the ball away. Holroyd dancing, looking for support, gets it away to Cummins, his half-back partner for the afternoon. Shaw skips away from dummy half, going up the middle of the field. Anderson attempting to poke the ball out. Morley's injured himself, but he doesn't want to come off the field. Carl Hall. And up to the last tackle now. Holroyd. Puts the kick across there, Iro's underneath, it's So is Bentley. Oh, Bentley's away now. Is this going to be a try to Halifax? Bentley's got the length of the field to go. He'll certainly score, will John Bentley. Anthony Gibbons is chasing him. Oh, well, would you believe that? I'd have put my money on John Bentley there, Daddle.
Well, you would have thought so. Preston was screaming for the opposite cross pass, and here is Preston looking for a run. Still a clean shirt. Not had many chances this afternoon, Mark Preston. He's coming inside looking for the work. And now Halifax tried to attack with Aiton and Tuilangi against 5 Leeds defenders. But Leeds caught offside. And Halifax are going to have to play it. The time running out on the clock. With 6 tackles, can they get over that Leeds line? Just that one try so far from Dean. And the goals from Schuster coming in the first half. Halifax lacking ideas, Parker, the drop off to Anderson. Amoni left in space, can he force his way over? Well, it seemed to take an eternity, but Amoni managed to force his way over the Leeds line. So Halifax not dead and buried. They've not had much possession in the Leeds half of the field. Still over 10 minutes to go. So 12 minutes to go, 12 points the difference. So we could be in for a grandstand finish, but I think memories of that earlier meeting at Headingley in September. Halifax, the last thing they want is to go to Headingley for a replay, if they can bring themselves back into this game, Stuart.
Yes, a replay could be on the cards. Leeds must be tired now. They've suffered with the substitutes. Here's one man who's had a tremendous game, Neil Harmon. Led by example this afternoon. And Matt Schultz, shirt nothing. Steps out of the high tackle of Anderson's there, and despite what the referee says that was across the face, George Mann again. So Leeds looking. George Mann up the middle of the field. He's so strong, George Mann, up to the last tackle. McShaw gets in quickly, acting half-back. Allroyd has the football in his hands, which is where he wants it. Allroyd kicks for the corner. And finds that's a good kick. That'll waste a bit of time, the scrum has to form. And that's just what Leeds want, a little bit of time, a little bit of respite. Some big performances out there on the Leeds side today. And Allroyd just geeing his troops up. There must be some pretty tired legs. The Halifax side, fans trying to get behind the team. And Wayne Parker to feed.
Parker feeds the scrum. Tuilangi in off the wing. Can't break through in midfield. He's brought down 12 metres out from the front of the Halifax post. Schuster easily brought down by Forshaw. Halifax bundled in the middle of the field again. Bentley comes away out to Preston. Preston against Fallon. Preston unable to keep his feet. And looks to have fallen awkwardly. Paul Aiton going forward. Still going forward. Morley eventually puts him down. Halifax make a change. Baldwin back on for Dean, and Baldwin will get an immediate touch. Baldwin wrestling with Harmon and Fallon. 5th tackle, Halifax still in their own half. As Parker fires it down towards Gibbons. It comes up as good as a pass for the fullback.
Yes, Gibbons will just take the tackle into the last 10 minutes now. Leeds 30 points to 18 they lead here at Thurmall. It's Filisano who's had a great game this afternoon for the Liners. That should be 6 more tackles. Iro shrugging men off, gets the ball away back to Hassan. Hassan sees a gap. Should be 6 more tackles. And first, says the referee, Matt Schultz. If you're looking to for big performances for Leeds, and look no further than Matt Schultz since he came on this afternoon. Carl Hall just takes his time. He's old man in the Halifax defence. Allroyd, who's taking control in the middle of the field, finds Forshaw. Forshaw's away, Anderson's chasing him. Still going, that's for George Mann. George Mann's out to Gibbons, Gibbons out to Iro. Will Iro score here? Yes, he will score there, Kevin Iro. Eventually, as you said, Darrell, you hoped he wouldn't score, but the big man eventually does get over on the score sheet, and any hopes of an Halifax revival well and truly out of the window now. 7 Leeds tries this afternoon, and only the fact that they've all been out on the touchline side has stopped Graham Allroyd from kicking more than 3 from 7. That's 72 minutes on the clock, and the Leeds fans who've made this journey this afternoon, they'll be rewarded with the semi-final place. And who's to say Leeds can't do what they've done in the last couple of years and go all the way to Wembley. They've had a tremendous game here this afternoon.
And the 5 goals that Graham Allroyd has missed aren't going to make any difference. Schuster's kicked 5, but Halifax couldn't seize on the incentive in the second half. Bentley loses it behind his own line, loses it backwards. Bentley only compounds the problem with that error by being brought down a metre out in front of his line when he should be up at the 20. And Paul Ayton loses it. Leeds have come up with it, but the referee's already ruled the knock on. So perhaps at this stage, Halifax, the spirit now broken, there's a chance that Leeds could yet score again.
Yes, Allroyd then works the feed and loses one against the head.
Well, for once I was wrong. Halifax came up with it against the head, and Allroyd took exception to it on Parker. Now Twilange trying to stretch out of the tackle, but wrapped up by Fallon. Rowley to Anderson. Harmon in with a shoulder charge to add to the weight of Gibbons and Fallon. Harrison inside to Asaramone. Amone just ankle tapped, it was enough to bring him down. Rowley's going from acting half, it's the 5th tackle. Fires it into touch in the Leeds half of the field. But 5 minutes to go, Leeds 16 points in the lead. That try from Iro, surely putting it beyond doubt. And not surprisingly, we've just discussed Kevin Iro, deservedly, I think, the man of the match.
Yes, Leeds making no mistake from this scrum. Jim Fallon just comes away, puts the hammer down. Interfering at the play of the ball. Leeds get the penalty. Allroyd finds touchdown on the bottom side. Kevin Iro just awarded the man of the match, and what can you say about that? Neil Harmon runs forward. The big game this afternoon, Neil Harmon, real captain's performance. And a lot of bottle for Leeds to come away. Mick Shaw again spots the gap, a tiring Halifax defence. Harrison brings him down, and Rowley manages to put the knees in his back. Allroyd, Cummins have worked the middle of the field well this afternoon. Forshaw looking to take Leeds into that Halifax quarter now. It's Iro, the man of the match, in possession. Carl Hall just trying to step out. Carl Hall wriggle out of tackle, up to the last tackle now. Allroyd's in a good position for the drop. I don't think he'll look for the drop goal at all, Allroyd. In fact, he does. And gets the 1 point. So into the last 5 minutes then, about 5 minutes left I would say. 35 points to 18, superb performance by injury-stricken Loiners. And the Leeds supporters over in that shed on the far side, and I can see plenty of them over there, absolutely elated this afternoon. And Halifax, well, they really lost the plot from the minute that Anthony Gibbons went over for a try out of nothing.
Amone strongly out of defence to the 20. It's all coming too late for Halifax now with Gillespie. Just playing out the last 3 or 4 minutes. Anderson almost through, managing to regain his balance and make another 5 or 6 metres towards halfway. Rowley short ball to Harrison. Harrison looks back on the inside, Baldwin overrunning the pass. Harrison doing his best to try and release the ball as Rowley goes from acting half. And Rowley passes it to Morley. I think Baldwin complaining that Morley had actually called for the pass, which is a little bit unprofessional. And John Bentley into Adrian Morley. The linesman on, and John Bentley is going to allow Allroyd to push Leeds back into the Halifax half by conceding the penalty.
Well, Allroyd now just trying to dictate play, telling the Leeds what to do. Just hit it up. Matt Schultz will hit the next line up, and Allroyd having a plenty to say out there. Matt Schultz just hitting the ball up. Harrison brings him down, but it play almost up on the clock now. It's just coming up to the 40-minute mark, but there will be, of course, some stoppage time. Morley put through the gap. Well, that's a poor decision. Morley interfered with there as he went to play the ball. Referee says he didn't play it properly. He certainly played it at the second attempt. He didn't say you have to play it at the first attempt. It gives Halifax a chance to put some points on, consolation points.
Rowley quick to play it to Anderson. And Anderson at almost pedestrian pace at this stage of the game, trundling into the Leeds defence. Rowley from acting half, still looking for a bit of glory. Paul Rowley puts the chip through. It's come off a Leeds player, and the referee's going to give a penalty. Well, surely he should have played advantage. As Amone tries for his second, it takes 4 men to put him down. Rowley to Parker. Must be a chance now for Halifax. Easy drop off inside ball for Paul Eighton, who tries to narrow the angle for Schuster in the 80th minute. Too late for Halifax, as Stuart said, a consolation try. It looked so easy when it came, but perhaps Leeds, sensing that they've done enough, not begrudging Halifax to score so late in the game. (35-24) the ultrasounds. Halifax, the best showing in the Challenge Cup for quite some time, and on the afternoon they've gone out to the better side despite coming back from 10 points down in the second half. Leeds, Halifax perhaps should have taken the initiative with the loss of Kemp and Howard for Leeds. They couldn't do so, and Leeds have stuck out for the win in the end, and quite deservedly so by 35-22.
Well, what can you say about that? A superb performance by injury at Loiners. Kevin Iro coming back and taking the Man of the Match award, and some superb performances from some young players. Matt Schultz, Adrian Morley, Phyllis and Anthony Gibbons spring to mind there. Francis Cummings moved to stand off in the second half and showed what a class footballer he is. And then, of course, up front there was Neil Harmon. Great performance from Neil Harmon, great captain's performance. And so the Leeds players just going over to cheer their fans to the echo. It's been a superb performance from the Loiners this afternoon. The Halifax fans behind us in the shed, they're staying to clap their players, but it's Leeds who go through. 12-all at half-time, and from the minute that Anthony Gibbons scored on 50 minutes, Halifax totally lost the plot. 4 tries to Leeds without reply between the 50th and the 63rd minute to Gibbons, Hassan, Mann and Morley. 30 points to 12. Another try to Kevin Iro, drop goal to Graham Allroyd, and in between a try to Hazen and Money, which Schuster converted, and right on the stroke of time, a try there to Paul Eighton, converted by Schuster. So Leeds into the semi-finals. Leeds 35, Halifax 24.